It's been forever since we last talked. Ha! I thought that was funny. So, you asked me questions. I'm going to give you answers. We're just gonna do this. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but after doing a minute, okay, so the last few videos weren't like 2 minutes, but after doing videos that were under a minute, I'm gonna take my time. So I understand if you don't watch this whole video, because it's not gonna be short, like me. All right, into the questions. Doc wants to know, as far back as you can remember, what was the first thing you ever geeked out on? Which is a great question. I admit I thought about this question already, and as far back as I can remember is subject. I have a really bad memory, so I'm going to go back to when I was a 10 to 12-year-old. Yeah, as far back as I can probably remember accurately. And my answer is boys. Yeah, my answer is boys. Specifically, Jonathan Brandis and everything related to Jonathan Brandis, including but not limited to Sequest DSV and Sidekicks, which is like the best movie in the world. Fight me. But yeah, I think like the first thing that I ever geeked out on was boys, but the first thing that I ever actually like collected was Pez dispensers, which is only weird because I don't like Pez. So why I collected Pez dispensers, But I really liked that question. So that was a good question, Doc. Thank you. Sylvia would like to know where I live. That's not creepy. I live in Pennsylvania, in the general Harrisburg-ish area, but I mostly live on the internet. That is my actual home, besides the physical place that I currently reside. My actual home, the place that makes me feel most like I am home all of the time, is the internet. So that's where I live, but it's a little creepy, Sylvia. I gotta admit, it's a little bit. Second question is, do you have any beliefs or ideas or beliefs about religion that you would like to share? Oh, do I? Oh, yes, I do. All right. So I was born and raised Catholic. It was not my choice. And I also went to Catholic school, also not my choice. So I am actively not Catholic anymore. I have no problem with people being Catholic. Be whatever you want to be, do whatever you got to do. Just don't try to convert me. That's one thing. Let me also be. But as far as religion goes, I think where I am right now, I understand and have a similar opinion to Buddhist philosophies. But as far as organized religion, no. Where I am right now and how much religion I got in the first half of my life, no thank you. Fool with that. But I do believe in God. It sort of. I think I believe in God, but I also believe that human beings need to believe in a higher power. I don't know if you guys know philosophy or anything, but like opiate of the masses, I kind of believe that a little bit. Like people need to have a something to hold on to that gives them hope And I think that we all feel this way, and I admit that I feel this way. So whether or not I truly believe that God exists, I can't say for sure, but I believe in God. I also acknowledge that I have to believe in God because I am a human and I need to believe in a higher power. Oh, and what color is the number 4? What were you smoking when you asked me that question? You can tell me the truth. We're friends here. Because numbers aren't colors. So, no is the answer to that question? Maybe? Alright, moving along. Kathy would like to know, when I was a kid, she thinks I'm not a kid anymore, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did it change over time? Oh gosh, I hope so. What did I want to be when I grew up? I don't know, Mom. What did I want to be when I grew up? I don't remember. I think at one point I wanted to just be famous, just like blanket, I wanted to be famous. And then as I got older, I was like, I don't want to be famous anymore because I realized how much nonsense went into being famous. But I honestly don't remember. And I think that's part of the problem is I never had like a, I want to do that when I grow up thing, except I'm being randomly famous for being famous. I don't know. I wanted to be a Kardashian when I grew up. I don't know. But yeah, I honestly don't remember if there was like a specific thing that I wanted to do when I grew up. But I don't remember most of my childhood. That sounds really sad, but it just is. So, moving along. Valkyrie Maiden, aka Mary. Hi, Mary. What is your favorite genre of music? Oh, you have not listened to my podcast yet. You should listen to my podcast. I do not have a favorite genre of music. I love all of the musics for the most part. Why? Why is that my favorite genre? I don't have a favorite genre, so I don't have a why. I just really, really love music. My Hogwarts house, which is the second question here, what is your Hogwarts house? I think I got sorted into Ravenclaw, and I think I'm proud of that. But I also think I don't hold any stock in that. So, But why am I a Ravenclaw? I don't know, because I'm a know-it-all? I don't know. What is Ravenclaw? Somebody tell me in the comments, because I got sorted into the house, and I never really... I haven't really invested much in Harry Potter. I know that like so many people are like, oh, right now, but I don't know. I was older when it came out and I don't read a whole lot, so sue me. I'm sorry. I hope we can still be friends. I hope that this does not completely change your opinion of me, but I don't know. I think Ravenclaw sounds cool, so that's a thing. Another question Mary asks is, what is the smell that always takes you back to a different time? When and where does it take you back to? Oh, this is so interesting because there's this one smell, this is going to sound weird, but there's this one smell of like mildew. It's a very specific kind of mildew and it takes me back to my grandmother's house, which makes sense because her house flooded at one point. And I think that smell just never went away. And so that certain particular type of mildew reminds me of her house. And then also when I was a kid, I grew up near a sewer treatment plant. So the smell of sewer reminds me of home, which sounds so disgusting. But I don't know, life is weird. And little things like that, like life is weird, basically. But the smell of sewer reminds me of home. And the smell of mildew reminds me of my grandmother's house. Ooh, and there's another really good one. The smell of like cold and heat mixing together, like when somebody's been outside and then they come in and it's cold, when like the smell of cold and then like heat mixing with that. I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but that reminds me of my other grandparents. They used to leave their door open in the middle of winter because their house was so hot. And the combination of those two smells mean a lot to me, apparently. remind me of them. And also mint reminds me of my grandfather. So, yeah. Smells and memory, very, very good. So thank you, Mary, for asking that question. Star Pasta wants to know if I have thoughts on YouTube crushes and if I have any YouTube crushes. Star Pasta doesn't know that I'm a 34-year-old married woman and that I don't get crushes anymore. Yes, that's the answer I'm going with. As far as thoughts on YouTube crushes, I mean, get a crush on whoever you want, but I've never had a crush on somebody that I didn't know. No, that's not true, because Jonathan Brandis, I didn't know him. I'm completely lying to you all right now, and I apologize. I hope that you can forgive me. I never really had active crushes on people that I didn't know, I think, is the way that I look at it. I think, well, because YouTube, I feel like the whole point of YouTube is like they're supposed to be relatable or whatever. So there was this big line between me and Jonathan Brandis and all the other trillions of boys that I had crushes on growing up, that like I knew that I was never actually going to meet them. Whereas I feel like with YouTube crushes, there's like a chance like you can go and you can meet that person and you can get to know them. And that is the one thing I think that I don't want to say is a problem, because that feels like a negative, but that's an issue with YouTube, is that they're people and you realize that they're people. And yes, Jonathan Brandis was a person, may he rest in peace. But it's like that video that I did about celebrity, where there's like this distinct line between the people that were celebrities when I was a kid versus the people that like are YouTube celebrities now. They are just people, and it's super important to keep that in mind. So that's a really deep answer to, I think, what was meant to be a fun question, and I apologize for that. However, I do not have a YouTube crush. Okay, honey? I don't have any crushes. All right? Nobody at all. I don't know. Zena Lily wants to know how I became so awesome. I don't know. How did you become so awesome? I became awesome by taking one step at a time. We'll go with that. That's going to be my answer. All right. Bailey Ann Bravely wants to know if I have any cute or funny pet stories of an animal that I had at any point in my life. Bailey doesn't know my history with pets and how I was not allowed to have pets when I was a kid until I got a hamster, and then I hated it because it was stupid. I actually named my hamster Stupid because it was just a really dumb hamster. And then I had 3 cats, and for the most part I hated them too. So I've not had a really good history with pets. Although my sister-in-law just got a cat, and I adore it, and I wish that it was mine, because it's like the sweetest personality of a cat that I've ever known in my entire life. Like, I had 3 cats, and they were all okay, but they were all like neurotic in their own special ways. Like, my one never came out, the other one ate all the time, and the other one was basically like a dog, only like a really high-strung dog. So they're all gone now, and my life is better because of that, and I'm sorry if that upsets you, but that's just the reality of it. I did not get a good run of cats because I wanted cats because I wanted kids, and now that I have kids, I don't want cats anymore, so that's why they're gone. All right. So, no, I'm sorry. I don't have any funny or cute stories of pets that I've ever had in my life, because I've had a really bad run of pets in my life. So, sorry. Dear Sweet Paula, I call you that a lot. What is your favorite place when I am with you? That's too sentimental, right? It's way too sentimental. What is my favorite place? Anywhere where I am with somebody that loves me. And just nature in general. Those are my answers. Do I like swimming? I love swimming. I used to be a fish when I was a kid. And I've noticed as I've gotten older, I can't stay in the pool for as long as I want. But I still absolutely love swimming. Like, I'm 34 years old and I will still get in the pool and like try to show off that I can do like backflips and like handstands in the water and like you know, swim under the water like I am a mermaid and stuff. Yeah, like I absolutely adore swimming, but I don't get to A, do it as much, and B, I can't stay in for as long. I actually get to a point where I'm like, and now I'm done. Which kind of stinks, but my daughter's also a fish, so I love swimming with my kids. The boy, he's working on it, but I mean, he actually did really good this year, but previous years he was not interested in getting in the water. But yeah, I love swimming. And who was the last stranger that you talked to? You're not supposed to talk to strangers, Paula. You should know that by now. I helped the bus guy get to his place, which is like the most obscure sentence I think I've ever said in my entire life. But I helped a stranger get to where they needed to go today, and I was very proud of that. What is your favorite weekday? What? Saturday? It's not a weekday, that's a weekend. I don't like the week. No, Thursdays, because Thursdays are the days that I upload. Yeah, that's not cheesy. I don't know. I don't really like that question. I'm sorry. I don't like the week right now. Maybe someday I will, but no. All right. And lastly, and definitely not leastly, what was my original intent? This is my mother wants to know. What was my original intent in making YouTube videos, and which of my videos to date have made me feel most true to my original intent? All right. This is a two-part question. My original intent was finding my voice. Oh yeah, didn't think you'd get through this without crying. Mother Ocean was one of the videos. Yeah, that and this less VEDA, I think, has been a huge leap in me trying to find my voice and find my path and my way. Also, on the funny side of things, the New Directions Part 1 and 2, that was really fun to shoot, and I think really kind of helped propel me to get to a point where, instead of floundering, having no idea what I was doing, realizing that what I'm doing is exactly what I've been doing. So I will link to those videos if you're interested in watching them, or if you haven't seen them already, if you want to watch them again. But it's interesting, Mom, that you asked me this question, because I actually just went back a few days ago and watched my first video, and I'm still proud of my overall, like, there's way too many ums and ahs in that video, and it's really slowly paced, but I am still proud of my overall intent in that video, where I do talk about, you know, finding my voice, having time for myself, finding something that I think that I could do and do well, because where I was in my life, I didn't have anything for me, and oh wow, look at every wonderful thing that has happened since then, and how much better my life has gotten, and how much better my videos have gotten in that time. So, I mean, my original intent was to do those things, and I have done those things, and I think that if I have a new intent, it's to connect and to just keep getting better, and to keep doing this, because oh man, I love it so much. Yeah, you guys are all awesome, and I'm awesome too. Okay, has my YouTube journey taken any surprising turns that I didn't foresee, but that I'm glad I experienced? Yeah, a lot of them. VidCons 1 and 2 are progressively two of the best experiences that I have had in my entire life. Also, my collab channel with Zainab has been a wonderful experience. My collab channel with my husband, I know we're going to make a new video soon, I promise, but my collab channel with my husband is another one. that has been really fun to work on. And just, yes, all of the people that I have met because of making videos, not just because of being a part of Nerdviteria, but specifically from making videos and putting them on the internet. So yeah, a lot of unexpected things. I have friends that I never thought that I would have. I have met people that I never thought I would get the chance to meet, and oh man, my life is just so much better now. Yeah. And last question, who is your favorite mom? Well, as far as TV moms go, I am a big fan of the mom from That 70s Show. And as far as work moms go, I think Eunice is my favorite work mom. And as far as moms in books go, okay, Mom, you're obviously number one. But I think as far as moms go, I'm pretty cool too. So, you're the queen and I'm the princess, right? That's the way it is. That is my incredibly long Q&A. And I'm actually probably not going to edit this. You guys know that by now. But I kind of just wanted to come down here and have a video where I just talk for a very long time. Because even though I talked a lot this month, it was very short. So thank you. If you've made it to the end of this, you're the best. Like literally the best. And maybe Patreon might be something you could think about doing if you're going to watch me for 20 minutes talk to camera. This is a thing. And you're all awesome, and I love you all a lot, and we will see what happens next week. All right, bye. Oh my gosh, you guys, my outro. I completely forgot how much I loved this. I did make a playlist for anybody that missed my VEDA if you're interested, and we'll see you later.